Hello everybody, this is Leet Fool with Mythic Moves. Today I'm going to be doing an overview on Kiora Master of the Depths, incorporating a single creature strategy. Now, to get into what that exactly means, we're going to go over to her abilities. You have Crashing Waves, drain 6 mana from your opponent and gain 6 mana. You have Swirling Waters. Fetch the next creature from your library, it gains 16 mana. That ability only really costs 12 ability points. It's pretty good for what it's proposing there. And then from the depths, summon 4/8/8 blue octopi with reach and trample. You're not going to see this used much in the strategy that I'm going to show you. But I assure you, when you see what's in motion here and what we're doing, it'll make a lot of sense that we focus on that second ability. And I think it makes it one of the strongest second abilities in this game because you can pretty much pull one creature on demand as long as you load your deck up with just one creature. So, in this case, this is a pretty stacked deck. I would say this is an absolute winning deck. It can run with a fully loaded Koth, any well-built J2. You're taking this in, you're expecting to win the match, and can probably streak up to 100 games easy, depending on what you want to do. So we're going to go over how this is set up. The first thing is the Thopter Spy Network. This is a great card, but it's not actually key to this deck. This deck kind of floods a different card, but it's nice to have in here for a lot of reasons. At the beginning of your turn, if you control at least one other support, summon 4/1/1 Thopter with flying. When a token you control deals damage to your opponent, draw one card. This is great, especially for her, Kiora. You can get some token creatures flowing. She has some stuff built in, and then as long as that's going on, you'll just keep drawing cards, which is something good. You want to keep card flow up, especially when you're in a high mana yielding deck like this, and we'll get to that. Sphinx Tutelage. This goes back to drawing a lot of cards. When you draw a card, the first card in your opponent's hand costs 2 more. Activate 1 blue, destroy 1 card in your hand, and draw 1 card. We're going to be drawing a lot of cards. This is a great card to keep your opponent pinned down and really kind of just deprive them of all hope. Which plays perfect into our next card. This is the one card that we're highlighting here. Now, you don't have to use this card. You can use any strong built card that has some of the same attributes as this. There's a few others. But Drowner of Hope is really nice in this deck. You get it on demand with that second ability. And when this creature enters the battlefield, summon 4/1/1 Eldrazi Signs with when this creature is destroyed, gain mana equal to this creature's power times 3. And that's an important one here. Whenever a colorless creature enters the battlefield under your control, disable all of your opponent's creatures until the beginning of your turn. And this really keeps somebody just completely out of the game as far as their creatures go. But we're going to expand on that a little. So Oath of Chase, when this support enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards. This is once again keeping card flow up because we are going to create sort of a mana waterfall. When you cast a spell or support you control enters the battlefield, drain 1 mana from your opponent. So this also plays in with Sphinx, kind of stays in theme. This is a very well-aligned deck, you'll see. Dubious Challenge. This is going to also, we only have 1 creature, so we're just getting more Drowner. Fetch the first creature in your library and place it on the battlefield. Fetch the first creature in your opponent's library and place it on the battlefield under your control. Now, with Drowner, when you bring Drowner out using this, he comes out first, then the other creature comes out after him, and the Scions have been deployed. So you don't get that disable ability, but there's workarounds for that. And we'll get to that in a little bit. So Reclaim. This card works beautifully with Drowner. Like I said, there's a few other creatures that you can really do well with here, but destroy a target creature you control and gain 12 mana. So, you're getting 12 mana for the cost of 3 and destroy a creature. But then, remember the Scions, you're going to have 4 of them out, and, right there, you're looking at another 16 mana. Oh, the 12. So it's 12 and 12. There you go. So you're getting 3 mana per Eldrazi Scion, and then that. So you're just pumping mana. You got 24 coming right there. And then Shambling Vent. This is here because in blue and blue green, this is the only thing I really have to heal. And yeah, it's not really heavily conducive. I mean, it's not bad. It still stirs the battlefield. But she's blue green. This is black white. And at the end of the day, this works great. Reclaiming Vines. Destroy one support gem your opponent controls. Just having the ability to destroy support, stop them from slowing down your roll. Adverse Conditions. This is awesome. Disable a target creature until the beginning of your next turn. Summon 1/1 one colorless Eldrazi Scion with when this creature is destroyed, gain mana equal this creature's power times 3. Okay. So the best part about this is, let's say that you go and you are using Dubious Challenge. And right after Dubious Challenge, you've now brought out your creature, which is Drowner. They've brought out their creature, but Drowner didn't get to disable their creature. Using Adverse Conditions right after Dubious Challenge ensures that that creature that you just brought out for them is disabled. And then Artificer's Epiphany is just kind of more of the same. Just getting more cards out there. When you see this running, it's going to make a terrible amount of sense. And it's kind of a woe, because I love playing with this deck. So, let's get started in the battle. It doesn't really matter who we face. Any way that you cut this is going to be, well, an overwhelming victory. So we're playing another Kiora. That's a good initial demonstration. I'm going to get a few matches in here until we're sure everyone gets to see the whole thing, because it's a lot of fun. Okay, so we got Reclaiming Vines, we got Adverse Conditions off the start. We're going to get Oath of Chase out there. That's going to pull us a couple more cards. We're going to put Adverse Conditions behind that. I don't really need to disable anybody right now. I'm not too heavily concerned about that. And then finally, the Support Destruction last. And I see a good combination. And then I see another one that we can take advantage of. Okay, so we don't need 2 Sphinx's Tutelages. Put that behind Oath of Jace so that he can go ahead and get his pull. Now, I'm not too worried about building the mana for the Drowner ship, because we're also building ability points. And as you can see, we're just a little bit away from getting that all kind of ready to pull out our first Drowner. So we're doing pretty good right now. And I think we'll just go with that. That'll get us everything that we need. Now, that's going to bring us our first cascade, really, right there. And we don't need much mana to get this going. And we have more than what we need available to us. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to just get that lined up. And we get our first Drowner out via our ability points. It's 16 mana. The Drowner costs 17, so you just have to pay 1 mana. So it's pretty Pretty straightforward. We'll save that for later. And we're going to go ahead and do a reclaim on the Scions, which is great. We're going to draw some cards. Sometimes, like, if you want, you can go ahead and put Jace's Oath in front of that, get the cards out, and then use the extra mana to kind of pump into that. It's just really, it's a matter of preference on where you're at in the game. Okay. So we already have Sphinx out. We can reinforce it. It's good practice. Get that charged up and then throw one away. So we're going to use Reclaim, and we're going to get that Thopter Spy Network out. It's just having a lot of mana on tap. You don't have to be too conservative. You know it's coming. It's you're drawing enough cards that you're going to see it often. You can use it on the Thopters, I mean, if you really want to. As long as you're keeping, you know, everything under control, it's however you want to do it, really. And as you can see, he's not really. I don't think he had many cards in the first place. This doesn't seem like a really strongly built Kiora. Um, but at the same time, he's constantly. Every time I'm drawing a card, that's from the token creature. That's from the cards that I have in my hand. Um, it's pretty much pinning him down, and he's not really getting to get any more cards out. So I just leisurely kind of take my time from here and, you know, walk into victory circle. I mean, this is doesn't get much easier than this. A little bit of overkill. So I think I'll run a few more matches. So hopefully you'll see some stronger decks come out. You know, it's great when somebody pulls out Olivia and you completely mitigate it with this deck. There really isn't anything I've seen yet this doesn't mitigate in its setup. But we'll go searching. We'll look. Okay. Seems like we get a strong start there right off the bat. Let's get Oath of Chase out. And, I don't really feel like giving Gideon a great start. I'll pull out some more cards. Artificer's Epiphany is just a really cheap way to draw cards. And there we go. So we already have one of those out. We're going to keep the Oath of Jace out. We're going to ditch the Epiphany. We have enough cards for right now. And we're going to keep working through this. And let me see if there's any... No, that's not really going to do anything if I grab all four of those. Bringing that down's not going to do much for me. That's really not going to do much for me. But hey, look, we pulled it off. See, and that's like a perfect example. I don't have another support out yet to, like for Thopter. I don't have Thopter out actually. So I have Oath of Jace. I haven't made Thopter to the Thopter hasn't made it to the board. So the disable goes away. And it's only one creature, so this would disable it anyway. Come think about it. So let's go ahead. Get that going. Just seeing if there's anything else I should keep my eye out for here. No, not really. Get another Scion out. Keep the disabled going. So it looks like we're actually going to take a little bit of damage here. On the bright side, that damage will lead to us getting a lot of mana. I'm going to get rid of that for now. Keep those. See if there's any other option for... No, proceeding with this really doesn't look like it. Just taking a look at how I want to play this out. We're not really going to deal with that. It's going to get its one hit, and then it's going away. Now, that being said, there are a few more things we want to get knocked out here. Just checking on my supports again, making sure everything's in place. And I think we have that one covered. And bring that all the way to the bottom. So, we're going to use our ability point again to pull up Drowner. This match is going to go really quickly after this. And, well, might as well just recharge those ability points. Don't really need more of that, and it's always good to have those. At the same time, now we're just kind of, doesn't even matter anymore. And he actually had a pretty good cascade there. Don't need that. Don't need that. And we're going to pay for one more Drowner. I think we're good there. Just going to take a quick look at, yeah, we're good. Yeah, we really haven't gotten too much of Dubious Challenge in that mix. It's like great when you have one Drowner that you've gotten dealt, a Dubious Challenge, or two Dubious Challenge backs to back, an adverse condition in there. But we'll probably get a chance to do that. Okay, my battery's sort of running low, so we're going to play one more game. Hoping that we get like a really well-developed deck to go up against. Ah, there we go. Most people have the zombie cards for her. This should be good. So once again, I'm going to get that out first. Then I'm going to actually do Artificer's Epiphany right behind it. I'm not going to rush. Trying to be good and patient here. And that's why. So this is what we're going to look at to stack. And that should bring us well within a good amount of mana quickly. And then how do I want to approach this? Yeah. And that's at the bottom. Good. So this is a good example of a rapid buildup. You can get that in there. Dubious Challenge. And like I said, we don't want to have to deal with that Bloodlord. So, you know, we go ahead, throw a little bit of that on there. Oh, look, perfect timing. So we have another Dubious Challenge, and we have another Bloodlord. We have a couple of different ways that we can deal with this. I am actually going to, well, you know what? Let's be adventurous. Now this one opens me up a little bit, but It really depends on what comes out, and that I'm not too concerned about. He'll get a little bit of health back. But after that, I'm gonna pretty much just grab. Yeah, like I was saying, that was coming. Another drowner. Yay! And maybe pretty soon here, get serious about getting the thought through network out. The match is over. Yeah, never even got a chance to really get out of the gate there. And the creature they're using is the one that I helped them pull out. Can't ask for anything more than that. Okay. Well, it's been fun sharing this deck with you. Go ahead and post this video and make some lunch. Good luck out there. Hope you're all having fun. And please subscribe if you enjoyed this. We've gotten a bunch of people now contributing videos and on a whole bunch of different topics involving the game. So, Magic Mythic Moves out.